Jolly good morning to you.
Good morning.
You alright?
Yeah.
Been very lazy lately, haven't we, Mazzy?
Yeah.
I think the weather's just got to us. It's been storm after rain after rain. It's been horrible and it's been getting to us a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So, we're going to restart as Island trip today. We're in Kilkee, which is near Kilrush, where Mazzy was born. And we're just going to have a little look on the headlands today at a few of the beachy, cliffy bits. And that's it. We're just doing something very slow, very gradual. Get some nice walking in. Not proper walking, don't worry.
I was going to say the weather is still atrocious.
It's still rubbish. It's still rubbish. But no, there's a car park and it's about 200 metres to edge of cliff.
Okay.
So it's just gets us out at van, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So come with us and we'll try and get back into the vlogging bit by bit. Before we go, I'd just like to say, whilst I remember, Jim Corber, you're in for an operation tomorrow. It's actually Monday today. I think it's tomorrow. You're off for your hip operation. A new hip. Wonderful.
Ooh.
Woo! Good luck with that. I hope it goes okay for you. From what I've heard, people who have new hips, they say it's amazing and we should have had it years ago. So if that's any consolation, hope it goes well for you. Right, come on, let's finally get moving. We haven't moved for 2 days. Getting a bit fed up now. So this is where we are today. Ireland. So we have stayed for the last 2 nights here in Kilkee. And we are now at Bridges of Ross. Now this road did say it was closed, didn't it, Mazzy?
It did.
For floods.
Yeah.
And we risked it. But it's not closed anymore. There's no floods here, so we've managed to get here. It looks very wild out there, doesn't it?
Me too, I'm wrapped up proper.
Let's go check out this bridge of Moss or whatever they called it. So just outside the car park, check this bit out. It looks fantastic. You're not really getting the scale of that. It is huge. Do you know what it is? Do you know what you're looking at, Mazzy?
Not really, no.
That was a river. A river used to flow through here 320 million years ago.
Wow.
And this is the ripple effect left by the river. How cool is that? Now the bridge is over in that direction. We have to go up this track and over there a bit.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be too much of a walk. I hope it isn't because it's looking like rain.
This is scary.
Don't go, Mazzy, don't please. Honestly, she's getting on edge. Look, some of these. It's dangerous, Mazzy. I'm scared for you. Just notice this bridge here, Atlantic Bridge, with some Victorians sat on top, look. I don't know if that's where we're heading to, I don't know if that's what it is, but we're going to find out. I don't know if you can see that, guys. The most amazing bird. It's got a little red dot on its forehead, yellow wings. Isn't that beautiful? Have you ever seen one of them before, Mazzy?
Never.
Don't know what that is.
Look what we've just spotted, guys. I can't express how scary that is. And we're getting blown all over the place.
This is fantastic, Mazzy.
Oh, it's scary, honey.
So you've got the sea over there, the walkway here, and on the other side, look at this. Like some massive pit. It's like it's just swallowed up the earth. That is amazing. I've never seen anything like this. It's like being on a Star Wars movie set, isn't it?
I'm thinking of what treasures it holds.
Treasures?
Yeah.
Maybe. The place just gets madder and madder and madder. There's like bricks, stones, which have obviously been washed up from the storm, just all over here. They've obviously been pushed up from the cliff edges, but that's a massive drop down there, guys. It's about, I don't know, 40 foot maybe, over the end there. This is, what do you think? Have you seen anything like this?
No.
And you can't remember ever being here before, no?
No.
It's not far from Kilrush. So we think the bridge is probably just over here somewhere. Wow, wow, wow. Check it out. The bridge, Mazzy.
Yes.
Now, you know what you've got to do, don't you? You've got to stand over there and I'll take a picture of you on top.
Oh, blow off there!
Yeah, I know. Well, go on, hurry up. No, don't worry, Mazzy, I wouldn't let you. It's far too windy for a delicate little thing like you, but I'm going to do it. So will you get a selfie from me? You know, if it's safe, I'll let you know and you can have one as well.
Okay.
This is crazy. I'll be honest with you, when you spend a lot of time in towns and villages, you seem to forget the beauty which is on these trips as well. It's time to enjoy them again. In fact, Mazzy can come on here. Look at the size of the bridge. It's actually huge. From over there it looks really skinny. It's actually really, really wide, so she'll be alright over here. But anyway, she's going to do a selfie of me. When she's finished, she's going to wave her hands at me like that. So we stood on top of the bridge at the moment. Check out this other side. It's absolutely mad. Check out the sides of that, it's all like lead. It's brilliant. And then you've got the sea coming in and out here into a cove which no one can get to, I don't think, unless there's an opening down there. This is brilliant. That's where you'd go if you're a smuggler, isn't it, Mazzy?
We just spotted a cave down there.
Yeah,
It
there
looks
is a
really
bit of a cave.
good.
Yeah. Okay, we've done the bridge.
Yes.
This is the end bit here. Still amazing to look at, but nothing compared to what we've already seen up here. Now over there is the very, very tip of the peninsula. Now it's up to you, Mazzy. We can go over there and have another little walk like this if you want. If you don't, we don't have to. It's up to you.
Okay, where is it over there?
Yeah. No, we don't walk from here. We drive to it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fancy another?
Yeah.
If the rain holds off, that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really glad we came here now. That was pretty special, wasn't it?
It was. Hold on, I just want to see this. It looks like a massive cave down there.
Yeah, there's like a big cave down there. There's another one just under here. It's spectacular. How this river from, I think it was 320 million years ago, has made this formation. It's just fantastic. So we're at Loop Head. I think it's called Loop Head. There's a story about Nazi spy parachuters here.
Yeah.
And Lover's Leap, Mazzy. Lover's Leap.
Yeah.
But before we do that, the sun's come out and we're just going to have an egg sandwich. I'm ready for this. Right, Mazzy.
Yeah.
We're at Loop Head. I need two hands to hold this, sorry. Loop Head, the most westernly point in County Clare. It is windy up here. Hailstone and all sorts coming down at the moment. Behind us is Lover's Leap.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lover's Leap.
How romantic.
Now the story goes that there were a man, let's say we're called Dan, right?
Yeah.
And he were being chased by a right witch. So he leapt from here. It's just like one big rock, which isn't attached to the main land. And he leapt over there to get away from the witch. Now the witch jumped over and she jumped over after him and she got there, she did. So he jumped back and she tried to jump back after him and she fell down. She fell down there and there was blood everywhere. Turned all the sea red, it did. And near Doolin, what's them cliffs? Cliffs of Moher.
Cliffs of Moher, yeah.
There's a place called Nag's Head.
Okay.
And it's after that witch, you see.
Oh.
Yeah, Lover's Leap. Oh.
Scared me standing on the edge there.
It's scaring me. I do not like this at all.
Especially in this wind.
It's a shame because you can see how amazing it looks, but you can't get close enough to get a good picture of it. And then you've got one random huge rock there. But again, it's layered like it was at the last place. It's absolutely fantastic. There's one more really cool thing here, Mazin. We're actually stood here. You're not going to be able to see it, guys. You need to be in an aeroplane, really.
Yeah.
That's what it's designed for. See all these bricks? They actually spell out E-I-R-E. Air. Do you know why it's doing that, Mazzy?
I don't know.
There's a story behind it.
Is there?
Yep.
Okay.
But I'll be honest with you, I don't really understand the story.
Right.
It's from World War II. And there was, I think, something like 40 of these all along the coastline.
Oh.
And it was to let planes know that this was neutral territory for Americans and German aeroplanes. I'm sure that's what I read.
Oh, okay.
And this is the only one which still remains. But why would this be neutral airspace? I just don't understand that. Because surely air were on the side of Britain. I don't know. But there was somebody caught here. It came out of a parachute and he had a suitcase with him and he got caught. And it turned out he was a Nazi spy and he was actually born in Kilkee, which is where we slept this morning. He was born there and he came out and they found a radio transmitter in his suitcase. So he got caught, got sent to Dublin to prison and he escaped.
Oh.
Never to be seen again. There's actually a warning, reward sign up there. £500 reward, so if you know where he is, let the authorities know. Get yourself 500 quid. Come on, let's get out of here, Mazzy.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's really bad weather now. As you can see, the sun is shining a bit, but oh, it's just blustery and rain and everything coming down. So just coming back to the van, and what have you seen?
I don't know, it's a load of jelly stuff.
Jelly stuff. I think they call it frog spawn, Mazzy.
Do you think?
Frog spawn. What a place to have it. Right on the end of the cliff here next to the lighthouse. We've just stopped off. We saw this at the side of the road.
Yeah.
Check out this massive, massive anchor. Look at that, baby.
It's huge.
That is beautiful. Now all I can tell you, because I haven't got time to read it all, there's a lot to read. A lady called Amy Griffin, she wrote down a lot of stuff about the area, and she actually wrote a poem called The Five Pilots Poem. And I think that is where we're going next, Mazzy. The Five Pilots and the Grave of the Yellow Man, it says. The Grave of the Yellow Men.
Yeah.
That's where we're heading next. There's some kind of monument and it tells you a bit of the story.
Okay.
Now, whether that is to do with the Morven ship disaster, it could well be, from 1906 December, but in 1983 they actually located that ship, Morven,
Yeah.
and this is the anchor from the Morven. They've got it out of the sea. So I'll be interested to read that when we get into the van. But yeah, Morven disaster. I'll have to look that up. So without knowing the story as yet, I'm guessing 5 sailors got killed on this ship. It must be something to do with that.
Yeah.
The poem is called 5 Sailors. There's 5 chairs here, like wrought iron chairs. We've got Thomas Brennan, Michael Brennan, clearly brothers. Cratu or something. Can't really read that. McNamara, John McNamara. These must be the 5 sailors. There's a poem about them and they might have died on that ship. Let me read all about it and I'll try and update you in a bit, but yeah, very cool.
So I know you've not done your research yet,
No, I haven't, no.
but I'm just a little confused straight away.
Yeah.
Why is it called the 5 Pilots when they're on a boat?
I thought it was the 5 sailors.
It says the 5 Pilots there.
Oh, it might be 5 pilots then. As I say, I haven't done my research. Don't make me look silly. I'll read it all and then I'll look really good in front of them. Don't tell them I don't know what I'm talking about yet, because I don't know what I'm talking about. Wait till I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. We've certainly enjoyed some good views today though, haven't we?
We have. There's another one coming up here. Look at this rock formation on the beach.
Yeah.
More of that 350 million year old river.
Destination will be on the right.
I see the graves.
I don't think they're actual graves, Mazzy. I think it's
Are
just a
they?
monument.
They look like headstones.
It might be. No, I think it's just a monument to these special people. I've tried to do a little bit of research.
Right.
I haven't done very well. 1873, there was a disaster.
Right.
Because people, it's a very important waterway. People going up the Shannon on ships trying to get from here to Limerick, right? 5 of them tried to do it. It was dangerous because you had to try and get up without hitting the sandbanks and stuff.
Right.
Apparently these 5 dudes were on one ship and they didn't make it. It crashed or something and they died. Don't know.
Is that the 5 people that we just saw
That
at
is
the
the
anchor?
5 people there, yes.
No, at the anchor where we
Yes.
just went. Oh,
I think so.
okay.
I think so. Now, we've got a story about somebody, your great granddad,
Yeah.
who used to go on one of them ships from just up the road here. We'll get onto it. We'll tell the story when we get there. We've been saying that for weeks, haven't we? We'll tell the story when we get there. But her great granddad was one of them people, and he tragically died on his boat as well. So, anyway, on to what are we called? What are these
The
called?
Yellow Men.
The Yellow Men. Don't know what these are
Yellow
about.
Men graves.
Yellow Men graves.
Oh, so these ain't related to...
I don't know yet. I haven't researched that bit.
You're confusing me.
More beautiful rock formations here. Very nice. Big flat slabs. Now, the grave of the Yellow Men, the sign's fallen over in the wind, that's how bad it is. I'm still not sure of the story, I'll be honest, Mazzy.
No, it's confusing, isn't it?
It's something to do with, they reckon in late 1800s, there was a ship here and loads of men fell overboard or something, and about 9 people were saved, but 9 people died. And they were buried in a mound here, and they were known as the Yellow Men. So people thought they were either Chinese because of yellow men being racist. That's what people nowadays think they might have meant because they had yellowish skin.
Right.
Or something to do with the Spanish Armada. I don't know what that's got to do with yellow. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's 9 yellow men and they're buried here. Well, we don't know if this is even where they're buried. Is this just a monument to them, or are they actually buried here? There is 9 stones though, Mazzy.
There is a mass grave. I did read that.
Oh yeah, there is a mass grave,
Yeah.
but whether this is it or not, we're not
Yeah.
100% sure. I'm guessing not, to be honest, but possibly. But Mazzy, 9 graves, 9. Do 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 do. We have a serious thing going with the number 9. Everywhere we go, it's 9, 9, 9.
It started with you. You jinxed us.
What have I done now? You can see where the cliffs eroded away here, so they've just put a barrier up for now. Check out that massive rock there, that's about to fall. I wouldn't like to be walking under there now, I'll tell you. I think personally they should actually get rid of that, blow it off, because that's very dangerous. So we're in Carrigaholt. Now, Mazzy has family from here. We've noticed as we've been going around today, a heritage trail. And I think 3 or 4 of the places we've been to have been a heritage trail. So we're going to look that up later on. See if there's anywhere we've missed out. Maybe go on them tomorrow.
Because where we've been so far have been really good.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Yeah.
So, Carrigaholt, I can't remember how you say it. We keep forgetting the word, let's be honest. But it'll be your great-great-grandma lived here.
Yeah.
And your great-granddad, Thomas Scanlon, think so, yeah. He had a ship, and the ship will have been here, this very spot. This is like your little harbour bit in Carrigaholt. So I'm going to try and tell you the story about your great-granddad.
That'd be good.
I'm probably going to get it all wrong, because I haven't got my phone on me at the moment, never mind. The story goes, right, he had a ship here. So the ship, or the boat, we're not 100% sure how big it was. Well, we are, aren't we?
40 feet long.
40 feet long.
And it was able to carry 45 tons.
Very good, very well remembered.
Yeah.
It was called the Thrasher,
Yeah.
and it was what's known as a smack boat. Now, it would have been sat right here. This was in 1892, and what you would have had is people coming down this lane with wagons full of turf. Was it turf?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they'd come here, wagons full of turf, load up this big boat, and he would set off to Limerick. Now, guessing he did this quite a few times, don't know. But on this particular time, in 1892, he went to Limerick, dropped off his turf, put a load of more goods onto it to bring back to this area, and one of the things included paraffin. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Loaded it up and then just left it next to the side of a bridge, waiting for the tide to turn in the morning. So that night he went out with one of his friends.
Had a few too many.
Had a lot too many. He went to a local pub and apparently he left there and he wasn't drunk at all, but he did get a bottle of lemonade full of whiskey from the barman in there. And then he went to someone's house, and it's recorded that by the time they left that house there was half of a bottle of whiskey left, and it did seem as if he'd had a few. Went back to the boat with his friend, probably finished off the bottle,
Yeah.
and fell asleep. Now, must have fallen asleep smoking. That's all we can... Oh, no, sorry. They didn't have electricity, they had candles.
Oh, okay.
And he used to sleep on straw, beds of straw.
Oh,
So they
bless.
reckon he was that drunk, or both of these guys were drunk,
Yeah.
fell asleep and the candle set fire to the bed and the ship went up,
Gosh.
the boat went up.
That was about 3 o'clock in the morning, I read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning.
They both died.
They
didn't
both
they?
died. I think it was the next morning before they found one of them, wasn't it? And it
Yeah.
really goes into pretty gruesome details in the news articles. There's about 3 news articles we've got,
Yeah.
and it goes into gruesome details about his charred body being found and things like that.
Being a bit mangled, where it had been churned up in the sea and
Yeah.
bashed about. Yeah.
Now I think that is the great granddad. I think that's who we were trying to find in Kilrush in the graveyard, and we couldn't find him.
Yeah.
But since then we think we've got a better idea where he is. So if we're back in Kilrush, I think we
Yeah.
might just pop over and see if we can find him.
Yeah, I remember now, actually. Yeah. Yeah.
So right at this very spot, you can imagine.
They were due to come back here, wasn't they?
Yes, this is where they were coming back to, and they'd go up the Shannon estuary up to Limerick, and you can just imagine him here, can't you? Your great
Quite
granddad.
sad, isn't it?
It's a sad story, a gruesome
Yeah.
death, but I can just imagine it, I really can. I can imagine this big wooden ship here
Yeah.
and carts coming down here full of turf.
I do know that the story itself did affect my father quite a bit. It's something he can't seem to get, that he recalls and he likes talking about.
Well,
and-
that's your granddad, his granddad, isn't
Yeah.
it? So he'll have known him.
Yeah.
I presume he knew him, yeah?
I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, very sad story. Anyway,
Yeah.
while we're here, there's a few things we want to do, including an amazing sounding castle, which I didn't even know were here.
Yeah.
Right next to us. Let's go take a look. So here is the castle. What is the castle called, Mazza? Do you know?
Just Carrickholt Castle.
Carrickholt Castle.
Yeah. But this holds secrets, this place.
It does have secrets. This
Yeah.
has got some amazing stories. Mazzy is the one who has all the stories for you, I'll be honest. But there is one of them she told me and it is brilliant.
Yeah, we're
Um,
going to go inside you first.
Well, how old was it? 1340s, did you say?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Very old castle. Just walking past the window here and we got very excited because you can see in here, it's got a staircase going up here and there's an information board over there. Very excited about that, so we go around the corner and it's locked. It's locked.
This looks like though it's been locked for some time.
It has been locked
and
forever.
The stories I've been reading, it's from people that have been in there recently.
Information there which is absolutely battered. Just can't read that. Never mind, Mazzy, never mind.
Oh, that's well gutting, isn't it?
Tell us the amazing story though.
I think there's a story anyway. There's 5 floors to this that you can get up.
In fact, let's count them, Mazzy.
1, 2,
You
3,
can
4.
see them from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct.
But since the 1920s, there's one particular room which I think is up on the top floor and has been locked because the last that anybody was in there was a priest doing an exorcist on someone or something. It was
Exorcism.
an exorcism, yeah. And he was found dead in the morning. and I think that might be the room that's been locked ever since.
It has.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be one of the most haunted places in County Clare,
Yeah.
and it was so haunted they had to get an exorcist in.
Yeah.
It left him overnight, came back for him the next morning and he was dead.
Found cold dead.
Found dead. So they
Yeah.
got him out, buried him, locked the door, and it's never been opened since. How amazing is that?
Yeah.
Even paranormal people don't come here to do paranormal things.
Yeah, apparently is that scary.
I don't think that's the reason. I think it's because it's locked.
Yeah.
I think they don't bother coming because it's locked. Gutted. Really wanted to get up there.
Oh, me too.
Oh well, can't win them all, Mazzy.
That's so boring. I'm well gutted.
I was just thinking though, Mazzy.
Yeah.
You know it where your great grandma lived here?
Yeah.
Might be her ghost in there. It might be, you never know.
Yeah.
We've just realised there's actually two piers, two bits of harbour here at Carriger Halt. So it could have been here where the boat was, we're not sure now. So this is our view for this evening. You happy here, Mazzy?
Oh, it's so good. It's well different, isn't it?
It's very different, yeah. So you've got the River Shannon here, Shannon Estuary here. This is called Quinnin Shaw. Something like that. And you've got about 5-6 ships in the distance there. I don't know if they're just waiting for the tide to come in or what. They're just stuck there. But yeah, it's very, very peaceful here. I think I'm going to be happy here.
Yeah.
So what am I having for tea?
It's you picked it, but you wanted corned beef and beetroot sandwich.
Corned beef and beetroot sandwich. The reason I'm filming this...
I know, I've just realised.
Yeah. Somebody told us these keys which open these fit in the trolleys. You know, instead of putting £1 in or €1 in, that will open it apparently. So I'm going to keep that key. The next time I go shopping, hopefully we're going to save £1 every time we go. I know we always get the £1 back.
I was going to say.
But, you know, I can keep that on a necklace or a key ring or something.
Yeah, but now I've got to untwine it, look.
Don't matter. It's
such a pain.
If it's going to save us £1, it's worth it. So yeah, it's going to take us a while to get back into this video making. But I think today's been pretty good, don't you?
It's been well exciting. I've loved today.
Considering we thought we'd just be having a little walk on a cliff and that was about it.
Yeah.
I think it's turned into quite a nice day and hopefully a decent vlog for you guys. So, thank you for watching and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow, fingers crossed, after Liverpool win tonight against West Ham United. Did you know football were on?
Yeah, you told me.
Okay, see you all tomorrow, guys.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks
for watching.
Please comment and hit the like button. That helps our channel grow.
If you like what you see, click here to subscribe. Check out this other great video.
And if you really want to show your support, join the club, become a Patreon for extra videos and perks.
The more support we get, the more content we can give. We'll see you tomorrow
On
Travel Trolls TV.